From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the school.
Taylor House Publishing.
All right, peace and blessings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video from Taylor House Publishing. Of course, I am Richard Taylor. Now, it has come to my attention that a school, an elementary school in Goldsboro, North Carolina, has been about 4 days without heat here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Now, that school, from the information that has been given to me, is North Drive Elementary. Now, North Drive Elementary serves grades pre-K through 4th grade. So you're talking about probably kids from like 5 to 9 or 10. It has been reported to me that for about 4 days, so I'm assuming from the beginning of the week, Monday, these children have been forced to attend school without any heat. Now, if you live in North Carolina, Goldsboro, you know that the weather has dropped tremendously. The temperatures has been in the 30s, 40s throughout this week. It definitely has come winter full circle. So it once again was relayed to me today, and I didn't have any time to make any calls. I've been out of town all day, but this is Thursday, December the 5th, that the school has been out for heat for the last 4 days, and children have been forced to attend the school. Now, the individual told me that this man, who is the director of support services for the Wayne County Public School, and he's recently been elected as a county commissioner, if I'm not mistaken. Now, this is Dr. Tim Harrell. Now, as I said, he's head over, as you see on the Board of Education website, he's head over the support service. So, allegedly, from the information I got, that a call was made to him about the situation, and he, according to what I've heard, allegedly, suspectedly, Mr. Harrell responded, okay, well, we just got to wait on the part. And the individual told me there seems to be no sense of urgency of getting these children any heat in the school. Now, if you're familiar with the demographics of Goldsboro, North Carolina, North Drive serves predominantly African-American children. Many of those children are from underprivileged backgrounds, just let's be honest. And most recently, you know, they had the elections for the county commissioner and the school board. And, you know, as I stated, my name was on the ballot. I can't say that I particularly ran because I didn't do a lot of campaigning, because, you know, I just been focused on what I've been focusing on. If you've been following this channel, then you know what I've been focusing on. However, I kind of warn people that, you know, sometimes you have to have a different voice in those seats, because a lot of times the people in those seats tend to go along to get along. Now, there was no way impossible if I had a voice at the table that this wouldn't be front and center. Now, they had a school board meeting this past Monday. It's the first Monday of every month. Of course, I missed that as well because of my schedule. But parents, community members, you guys have to show up to the meeting and put these children, many of these children are living in your neighborhoods. Put these children's needs on the forefront. You definitely need to put these children's needs on the forefront because as I've seen throughout those meetings, attending those meetings for the past year and a half or so, those children that are in those underserved schools are sometimes the least to be recognized, the least to be assisted, but as the scripture says, as you've done to the least of these, so have you done to me. And so if you look at schools, Tommy's Road Elementary and, all of those other elementary schools, I beg or I would venture to say that if they did not have heat in this inclement weather, all stops would be pulled. There would be no holds barred. There would be no expense spared to get those children some heat. There is no excuse talking about waiting on a part. That part should have been the first thing delivered soon as you knew that they didn't have heat. And the individual told me that the people on the board, now mind you, the new board members have just been sworn in, and I don't know how many new board members there are, but those board members knew beforehand that there was not any working heat in that school or that heat needed to be repaired. And I went over how certain expenses go to certain schools that are filled with another type of demographic. I've laid that out in previous videos throughout the time since I've been addressing the school board issues. And so that is not a misnomer. That is not nothing that is not known. And that was one of my reasons for putting my name on the ballot. I will say I still won't say that I ran but I put my name on the ballot because I know that these children, the ones that need the most attention, care, love, they are being quote unquote sacrificed for the greater good of other students. Somebody told me about, the influx of students in the alternative school. And while the grades are going up, the numbers are going up collectively because they are sending the students who are having educational issues, disciplinary issues to the alternative school, therefore removing their scores from the scores that are analyzed, which as a whole makes the school system look better, but in totality, there's a certain demographic of students who are still failing at the expense of the district looking like it's making improvements. And so I think this is just one other example of certain demographics of students being left to fend for themselves. Like, okay, well, just bring some extra coats. Now, mind you, they already have trouble getting to school. Now, I've been called on more than one occasion this school year to take children that go to that school to school because they don't have the access to a bus. Now, these children stay not close to campus, but they don't have access to a bus to get them to school. And when I got out there, I saw several individuals dropping their kids off at school. Now, what if these individuals didn't have transportation? How will these individual kids that really need to be in school, how are they going to get there? So This is just one other example. Superintendent Mark Witchard came in and making a lot of changes. I'd seen certain schools get the oil, even though they're not squeaking, if that makes sense. And then certain schools they can continue to squeak for years or decades, and they're going to let them schools keep riding until the wheels fall off, as we see with Goldsboro High School, as we see with some of the other schools. But nevertheless, we have to, I guess I have to get back on them, because they've gotten too comfortable to allow 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kids to be in school without heat. And so, as usual, I'm going to solicit you to call the Wayne County Public School Board. And you can call them at 919-731-5900 and ask, especially my viewers from Goldsboro, ask what's going on with the heat situation. Are those children still there in heat? Because if nobody knows about it, they're going to keep dragging it and dragging it and dragging it off. So call the school board administration. Also call North Drive Elementary. That number is 919-731-5950. Call them. What's going on? I hear these children ain't got no heat. Where's, y'all spending money on landscaping and beautification projects, murals and gardening, and what about the bare necessities? So, once again, this is very appalling to me. Definitely there are some questions to be answered. Hopefully this video will bring everything to light and cause you guys to stand forth and also start getting back involved in those meetings. Like I said, when I went to those meetings, a lot of times I was the only one there. And so while we have a lot of complaints about the school system, and honestly, when you get up there and complain and talk, I haven't done so once, but they just sit there and look at you and, all right, man, 3 minutes is up. Okay. And that's, so a lot of times without numbers, it seems ineffective. But, if you could continue to show up with numbers and flood that meeting and, block some hallways off, or, start getting in their grill a little bit, then they'll take our children more seriously. Only way they'll take our children more seriously if we, as the parents, as community members, make them take us more serious. But once again, 919-587-7782. Email me at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day.